Hello from Luang Prabang. We're here for a few days. We're exploring the old capital of Laos, and there's loads of temples to see, there's waterfalls, there's amazing food, there's night markets. We get to do it all in the next couple of days. So in the next 20 minutes, hopefully, we'll have tried some amazing food and seen some amazing things. This is the night market, this is the food section of the night market, and then there's a whole strip of some of the best clothes and jewellery we've seen in a very, very long time. So we're going to come back here later on and try some amazing street food from this night market. We walked through it last night on the way to a restaurant called Tamarind, where we had a local cuisine banquet. So £11.50 each with drinks. Liz had wine, I had big beer, and we got about 6 courses of amazing food. But we walked through here last night. As you can see, there's not much going on at the moment, but stay with us because later on this will be the place to come and eat, and we're going to try some amazing food. Fingers crossed, because it did look and smell delicious last night. But right now we're off to find a temple, a viewpoint, maybe even dip our toe in a river. Who knows what we will do today in Luang Prabang. Got it right first time. You didn't. Come on, it's time, we've got to go. What are you doing over there? Come on. Stop being so slow. There's things to see. There's things to see.
One of these days you shall fall flat on your face and the camera will smash to smithereens.
Come on, we've got to go. We've got to go. No, running past the monks. Luang Prabang, within 12 hours, is possibly turning into one of my favourite Asian cities. But
big words.
I know, and there's a reason. There's a reason for this, and the reason is stretching out in front of you and behind me. I think this is the first place in 3.5 months that I've walked on a pavement for more than 5 metres without having to jump over a dodgy manhole, walk around a motorbike, walk around a street vendor.
But that's the reason.
Yes!
The sole reason.
I've been really getting annoyed.
Food or the culture.
No, perfectly lovely food and culture. But when you went to walk across a pavement and not trip over and hit a motor, look, they parked sensibly in the road. This is
Such an old man.
This is the life. This is everything it should be.
We need to get you back to the beach.
Right, it's very warm, but we're going up a viewpoint hill. We probably got mad, I tell you. We are walking up to a viewpoint. There's a sign saying no exercise, which I feel is counterintuitive to walking up many, many steps. We're halfway up to the Fusi viewpoint. Now,
this is the highest point in Luang Prabang, fun fact.
There we go, fact finders. Lizzie's fact of the day. She's probably got more.
There'll be plenty more fun facts.
My fun fact, if you are coming to Fusi's...
But it's not fun.
Well, no, it's information that's vital to you. So they trick you, you walk up 120 odd steps, and then they charge you to get in, and then you've got the rest of the way to go. So by the time you walked up those steps, you're paying because you've already committed, haven't you? So yes, it's 20,000 kip to get in. £1, £1 English pound, $1.20, something like that. Where are we? The highest point.
Well, not quite.
No, okay.
But it's good because whenever I hear viewpoints, I think, let's get my walking shoes on. Let's get my sports shorts on today. Managing with my very old Havaianas and
good old
denim
flip-flops.
shorts that are now a little tight.
We've made it to the top. Got the stupa behind me, and the 2 rivers of Luang Prabang each side. There's one this side and there's one over there. As Liz has just pointed out, we have chosen the best time of day to do this. Most people do it at sunrise and sunset as it's cooling down, but no, it's warm. It's a lovely climb up. Very, very warm climb up. But the views are beautiful. The two rivers meeting. There's plants and there's flowers on all the trees and the mountains in the distance. I think Lizzie's fun fact earlier was it's the highest point in the centre of Luang Prabang, and I'm guessing that only because there's a lot taller mountains over there and behind as well.
Are you criticising my fun facts?
No, I'm just honing the fun fact to its core.
So far, a highlight of this walk viewpoint was there was a sign that says "Do not climb up here," and not only was this little girl climbing up there, she was using the sign as an aid to lift herself up.
These people, she's going to claim illiteracy next. Well, we're wandering around Luang Prabang, and there's a real feel of Hoi An here as well. The houses look old and traditional, sort of that French style. There's flowers growing up all the walls again. It's got those big wooden signs out the front of the shops, very similar to Hoi An as well. But this place is stunning. It's very hot again, much like Hoi An. I think we're going to be reaching 38 degrees again. We got to the backpack today. So just hiked up a hill, viewpoint, mistake, and now we're going to go and see the best temple in Luang Prabang. We're going to keep going this way along the very well done path. Look at these pavements. Everybody needs to come here just to see an Asian pavement done properly. So we've walked up from the hotel, as you can see in the viewpoint, and we've come to the temple. Now I'm not going to say the name of the temple we've come to. Liz has very kindly agreed to say where we are today.
What the name?
Yeah. Huh?
Sian Tong?
Sian Tong. Is it not that Ziethong Saya?
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
I've not been ridiculous. They've named it.
No, but the first bit's
Zien
the
Tong.
only thing that's on the maps.
It's because the rest of it won't fit on the map, isn't it?
Joke's on you.
The rest of it to take us into bleeding Thailand.
Don't say bleeding.
You can say that. No, they don't care. It's because of Christ on the cross. You can't say bleeding. They don't care about it.
Pretty sure they do.
I mean, they'd rather he didn't bled because they're peace lovers.
Are you going to talk about the beautiful temple? Because it is beautiful.
Yes. So we've just been inside the main building here, this temple, and it's stunning. There's about 4 or 5 biggish buildings, lots of different outhouses, lots of different stupas, because we know what a stupa is now, don't we? We know what a stupa is. So we've explored 2. There's more to explore. It's baking today though, but yes, this is the temple we are at. Liz's expert pronunciation has told us where we are. Let's keep exploring. We know it's hot today because even the monks are plugging in the air conditioning units. So those people, they cannot continue to bless us.
Jokes aside, that was beautiful in there.
It was.
It was really intricate. I find sometimes you go to some temples and they're very samey and there's actually not that, I mean, no disrespect, but there's not that much detail in the decor and the shrines and stuff. That I could have just looked at for ages.
We did.
Well, we did.
We did. Let's keep going.
That's why.
Entirely sure why these creatures that look like some stranger things are guarding. There's 4 of them. 4 guarding the temple. There, well, 2 to the river, 2 to the temple, but they've been very lipstick. That's all I'm saying. Lipstick. What are you saying? You don't need to get out the way. You're the key element to this video. It's what sells it for comedy purposes. We're walking around and there's so much to see here. It really is a beautiful place. But as we walk along, I went to sneeze. Liz thought I was looking up at something, and we saw the most amazing thing. I've never seen anything like it. The sun was in the middle of the sky, and there was this huge sort of round rainbow ring around the sun. So if you know what this is, please do comment down below, because we've got no idea.
Come on, scientists.
Yeah,
Pop.
Bring your science. Come on, give us some QI facts. What is this ring around the sun?
We could just Google it.
No, we need facts.
We won't Google it.
We won't Google it. We want you to tell us what it is. Answer down below. Thank you. Because it's so warm. It's the only reason we had to. And we just stopped at Gelato de Lao. And just had a really nice. The food is really good.
Yeah.
Really fresh. really well made. But yeah, the gelato de Lao, we both had, because basically if I have something and Liz has something else and mine looks better, she's going to get jealous. So we both had exactly the same.
No, that's not true. I mean, if it's a toss-up between one thing and the other thing you're having, then I'll have the thing you're having, because I don't want to get food envy, because it would send me into a flying range, especially.
So it was true. What I've just said is true. But anyway, we just had salted caramel butter. I don't know whether there was a bit of lost in translation there, but yeah, salted caramel butter and American cheesecake as well, gelato, and they were lovely. Well, as we were talking and Liz was looking for magnets, she found one. So she's got her Lao magnet with map of Lao and the hot air balloon, all the things she required and one magnet. And also, what a bargain! What did you bargain?
Well, our favourite thing that we've done so far is the balloon ride, but I don't want a Bang Vieng, I just want Lao.
Just want Lao.
So we've got this one, which has got the balloon line.
But you've done well there. You've turned around and not looked at what you turned it.
What?
You just turned round.
Trust me on it.
You see what I have to deal with here? Well, we've just started our very cheap evening of street food by having a drink at Gaspard. I cycled past it earlier. Gaspard looked very pleasant. There's artisan cocktails and bakery. Very cheap. It's not cheap at all, but delicious drinks. Liz had a Lao rum punch, and I had a passion fruit bourbon, passion fruit tea. There's so much passion in that. I said it twice. Both very, very nice drinks. However, didn't start our street food evening quite as cheaply as we probably should have.
Cheap compared to UK prices.
Oh God, very cheap. And if you do come to Luang Prabang and want a good cocktail, Gaspard is possibly the place to go. We've got to the night market now, the food section of the night market, which is slightly busier than it was earlier, as you'll see. And it's basically a free-for-all. We've got to try and get a table. So I've now nabbed a table. This is going to get the first bit of food, and then I'll go and get some food, and we're just going to basically tag team, I think, until we've finished eating as much as we can. There's lots of choice here. There's lots of food, lots of local food, lots of drink as well. So I'll try and keep a tally of how much we spend and what we spend it on. But we're not including the nice cocktail on the way here. That doesn't count. But earlier on, I stood down there earlier on, and you saw it was dead. So it's that quiet. Very busy, very popular, and people are eating and having a lovely time. So I'm waiting for Liz to come back. She's gone to get dumplings from a place is called Pom Pom. She's back, here she is. So she got dumplings from Pom Pom, and what dumplings have you got?
I don't know.
She doesn't know, and how much do they cost? 70. So 70,000 kip for these dumplings. 6 is £3, £3.50 for the dumplings. And
I think they actually might have been 65. She gave it 5 back.
might have been 65, so even cheaper. Just to keep tabs as best I can. We've got big beer Lao, that's 20, £1. It's 20 for a big one, 20,000 kip, £1. So we have had one each. So 70 or 65 on the dumplings. I won't be able to give this up all. Liz has returned with a selection of sushi for 30,000 kip, £1.50 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 sushi rolls. She's gone for a selection. Do you know what's in the selection? No idea, of course she has. Back with spring rolls, and these spring rolls being covered in some sort of sauce, peanuts, and I think just toward Liz there's some chilies down the sides of it, but they're just literally down here somewhere, I think. But yeah, she literally takes spring rolls, gets the scissors out, goes mad with a load of scissors, and gives me a whole bowl of spring rolls. Don't know what the dipping sauce is, but there's peanuts on top. These spring rolls, I think we've got 3 cut up, well, might be 4 actually, but they're 30,000, so £1.50 spring rolls. 30,000 kip. I'll try one for you. Oh yeah. Oh. know what the dipping sauce is, but it's lovely with a peanut. Have one of them, get that in your gob. We forgot to keep documenting things. We haven't missed anything out, and this is just halfway through eating something. Now we thought probably best to go and order our main meals because we were getting so trigger happy with the starters. We normally would only have one starter between us, and we'd had about 50, so we thought better just go and get mains. Now Liz went off and you order, you get a table number, and sit and wait for the food to arrive. Liz ordered broccoli and tofu, stir fry with rice. Unfortunately, the tofu didn't arrive with it, but she got cauliflower instead, so everyone's a winner. And how much was this? 25? 20. £1.50. Oh, she's doing actual conversions, not my normal quick maths conversion. £1.15. My dinner's just arrived. I've got fried pork and fried rice. It's very anemic looking, but I paid 35 for it, so like £1.50, if that. A bit of just, oh, there we go. That's it. That's improved, hasn't it? Strangely, I'd ordered from one street food place on this side, Liz from the other side. My dish was awful. The rice was soggy, there was no fried egg, the pork was crap. So I've taken it back, and she's just walked it back over to where Liz has had hers made from without the tofu. So orders has been made in the same place. But yeah, mine was rubbish. I'm looking for something else to eat now. While walking along and hungry, this man gave me some nice fried mushroom, and they are delicious. 30,000 kip for a big one. No, for a small one, 50 for a big one. Big one. I mean, he's good. Look at this, 50 for a big one. They're like the mushrooms I had on toast the other day, but deep fried and beautiful. Egg noodles with barbecue pork, which looked like a dry dish. Turns out it wasn't, and it's a soup which looks delicious. Didn't really want soup because I'm wearing white, but oh well. It's 30,000 kip. So, I mean, I've got to add the other 30,000 kip on, because even though I didn't eat it, because... So, yes, this is cheap street food. However, because there's so much choice and the portions are quite little, you probably will end up spending more money here than you would if you just went to a restaurant. Food's nice, main course is not so nice if you don't know what you're getting. I'm going to have the soup now and hope that it's better than my fried rice.
I thought it was nice for a snack. I wouldn't want to order my main meal from here again because it was very, like, the snacks were nice because they were just the stalls that focused on those things, but then the other stalls, I suppose, just had extensive menus, and they just weren't good where they are. And it's nice because in night markets usually you've got like clothes, something out, bags, food, clothes, bags, food. So it's nice it's all centralised in this little square. But like I said, I think for me, I'd go if I just wanted some spring rolls. I mean, we had like 3 starters and a main.
Stop touching my bottom. There's some great things to buy here at the night market as well, including some of these things. These are made by locals, and it's using the aluminium of the bombs that were dropped during the secret war here in Laos. As you probably saw in a previous vlog, more bombs were dropped here per capita than anywhere else in the world. Over the course of 9 years, 24 hours a day, a bomb was dropped every 8 minutes. So there's loads of bombs here. There's still loads of very unexploded bombs. So what the locals are doing now is taking the aluminium from the bomb and turning it into bracelets, chopsticks, key rings and things. So it's a nice little way to turn something bad into something good, I guess. So if you're at the night market, maybe get yourself an aluminium bracelet or chopsticks. Very handy to eat. I don't know how I feel about eating with an old bomb. So slap bang next to the food market is the actual night market. Liz got told it was a mile long. It's not a mile long. It's about 250 metres long from start to finish. So it is quite a long, narrow market. They close the road down at night, so the market is here in the day. This is all cars and motorbikes. Liz is determined to get some new trousers.
The thing is, and I know people from home are taking the mickey at me for getting elephant trousers, but there's 2 fundamental purposes for these trousers. One, mosquitoes.
Attracted to the elephants.
You need them at night.
No, they've got elastic around the bottom, so it stops the mosquitoes.
You were calling me an elephant.
No, you.
And number 2.
What?
It's good for temples.
Yeah, it is good for temples because you have to cover your knees because the knees are offensive. Man hitting mangoes out the tree. This man This man here is the mango man. Got a long stick. He's not afraid to use it. This is captivating watching viewers.
Oh, we could have it in a shake.
Oh, he's coming down. He's coming down now. That's all the mangoes been farmed.
I get it.
It's all the mangoes harvested. No more mangoes tonight from this tree. Right, I've got linky mosquitoes all over my face. We were walking home. We thought we'd try and figure out how much we did actually spend. Not as much as we thought. We spent 150 each, which is about £6.90, £7 each on the current exchange. So just under $10 each. And we ate a lot. So yeah, that was like 3 starters, 2 big beers, and a main course each. Was well, 2 main courses for me because I only ate one. But yeah, just over £6.90. Or just under £7, some might say. So today, with the viewpoint, the trip to the temple, gelato, coffee, all the food this evening, and a few extra cans, we've spent about £16, £17, and we've not stopped all day. So it's very cheap to do what you want. Oh, and the expensive cocktail, including the expensive cocktail. So all in all, do quite a lot for your money here. Yeah, we've not held back today at all. We've done everything we wanted to do. So yeah, it's quite good. We've just arrived after quite a long moped ride, which has caused somebody quite excruciating pain.
No.
She's not stopped moaning. Oh, I know. The seat on basically the moped, the seat's a lot wider than the click, and so it just.
You're sitting with your legs further apart, and it puts a bit of a strain on the lower back. But I've got used to it, it's fine.
But yeah, with a long scooter, it's about 40 to 45 minutes to get here. The one bonus for this little area is the roads are much better. So in Vang Vieng, it was dirt roads everywhere. Here, concrete roads, they are quite good. So we arrived at
Kunag Si Waterfalls.
Luang Si.
I think Kuang.
Kunag Si Waterfalls. This is where we are. It's piggy hot, and I mean that in the utmost.
Don't complain.
Most loving way. I wasn't complaining, I just said it's piggy hot.
It's freezing in England.
It is, and we're off to a waterfall. We've got our tickets, they're 25,000 kip each, which includes a ride in an electric buggy. Not that we've been lazy enough and got a scooter all the way here, but now we're in an electric buggy. It was one thing we were talking about on the way here. Laos and Cambodia are really pushing the electric vehicles. There's lots of electric scooters, there's little mini electric cars everywhere. And Vietnam, the Viet group, are really spending a lot of money on electric cars as well. In fact, to the point that if you buy an electric car, you need £10,000 towards a house or something stupid. You buy a house and an electric car with them, they pay for your kids' education. I don't know how long this ride is.
If you haven't got kids, Joe, get something else instead.
Give them one. They'll just give you a kid and you can educate. I'm expecting good things from Kunag Si Waterfalls. We're now in like a tropical rainforest. We got dropped where the locals are capitalising on us being here. There's loads of shops, so loads of places to get food, drinks, snacks, clothes, your shoes if you forgot your shoes. And then you get in, and there's 2 ways. You can do a walking trail or the main road to the waterfall. So we're going to walk straight to the waterfall and then back via the walking trail, I think.
I mean, that's the plan. We don't know if that's...
No idea. That's why I said I think.
Everybody else was going that way, so we went that way.
But we're in the middle of a literal tropical rainforest here. It's so green and beautiful. Apparently all we need is 10 to 15 minutes viewing time with the waterfall viewers.
No more, no less.
That's what we're told. A happy 12.5 minute medium, I think, will be perfect. Well, that was an unexpected bonus. On the main route up to the waterfall, so not the walking trail, the main concrete road, on your right, there's a bear rescue centre. Laos got 2 kinds of bear, the sun bear and the moon bear. They got moon bears there. And as we were there, 3 moon bears came out to say hello and stood up and gave us a little wave. Okay, so first impressions. It's worth the drive. It's definitely worth 25,000 kip each to come in, just over £1.
Stunning.
Yes, we can use the word.
We may use the word. It's just considering as well, it's the dry season, and every other waterfall we've been to has not had any water in it. But look at the colour of the water.
It's beautiful. We're at the top of the waterfall. We got to the steps to go back down. I think it's going to be quite an interesting journey back down because the waterfall is part of the steps. I mean, on the way up there was a sign saying slippery, caution slippery, and I thought that's just mainly in the wet season, but nope. It's going to be quite slippery all the way back down, I think. So we've climbed to the top. This is the actual top of the waterfall. Because even Laotian health and safety, I don't think would let us walk down those steps. It's probably 150, 200 metre hike up steps, but you can see how hot it is today. I mean, I think we're up to about 35 degrees again already, and it's humid as anything. So we're going to have a quick look at the top, head back down, because apparently we can go for a swim in some of the lagoons down the bottom. And I need to take this off, but I don't really fancy walking around topless. This is really, look how nice this is. Look, this is the water that goes over the waterfall.
Doesn't look like enough for the amount of water. True.
Now let's go this way, come on. At the top as well of the source, there's a bamboo boat, which is looks like a large double sofa bed really. And for 10,000 kip, so about 40p. Oh, you get your feet wet because there's water. There's water coming in the bottom. And 15-minute boat ride. We're going to the source of the waterfall. Here's our captain. Yeah, but there's water coming in the bottom. Yeah.
Do you know how I'm feeling now? Bamboozled. Mic drop.
You're confused.
Doesn't bamboozled mean like shocked or like, oh my god?
Oh, on bamboo, they're confusing it.
Why are you wrecking my joke?
I wouldn't say it was a joke because
that's comedy gold, that was.
It's going to be a long 15 minutes, isn't it? Let's be honest. We're having a quick photo here because this here is a 45 metre deep cave, and it's the source of the waterfall. It's exciting. We can't go in it though, we can't swim in it, and we're not allowed to move from here because of snakes. The snakes!
The water's coming into the boat at an alarming rate. I think we'll be swimming back.
Well, the more we've walked around up here, the more it is worth the walk to the top. I mean, if you're coming in rainy season, I do think you probably should wear hiking shoes. We managed it in flip-flops, but it's dry and the soil is dry, it's not muddy, so we haven't slipped too much. But the top, there's lagoons, there's bridges, there's viewpoints, and then there's that little bamboo boat that takes you to the source of the waterfalls, which we found out is now from a 45 metre deep cave. Quite a relaxed little boat ride. I mean, the boat was suspect as anything. I wouldn't want to take it anywhere with a slight wave, is all I'm saying. The fact that it's so still, I think, made it quite safe, but there was water coming in, and it looked a little bit like the bed from Bed Knobs and Broomsticks that had just been put onto water with a couple of bamboo poles either side to make you float. We are heading down now, I hope, unless something else pops up, because we both are in desperate need of a dip. Luckily I've dried off a little bit. Yeah, it's well worth coming up here, and for the prices you're paying for these viewpoints, and for the prices you've just paid him, 40p for this nice 15-minute boat ride, it's worth it. We found the lagoon. Do you want to go for a swim? It was nice. Shall I ask you again? Do you want to go for a swim? Let's go for a swim before she swallows any more flies. The slow loris lives here.
Little face, we've got to find one.
Leopard cat, Lesemalthea, and of course the blue crate snake as well. But if we see a slow loris, I don't think I'm going to see a slow loris. That'd be exciting if I did. Well, we've just spent the morning at Luang Si Waterfalls, so spent a good few hours here. It's cost us under £1.50 to come in, and you've got 2 or 3 lagoons to swim in. I mean, the lagoon behind us at the moment is a bit deeper. There's a big branch you can jump off into the lagoon. You can sit under the waterfalls, and then you've got the main waterfall at the top itself. Along with that, you've got a height to a viewpoint. You've got the bear sanctuary. So it's a good few hours out for very, very little money. The waterfalls are beautiful. They're bright turquoise, and Lizzie's fact of the moment is...
Sorry, I'm just watching this girl trying to
hang on,
jump.
let me turn you around. Anyway, now she's not distracted by poor lady, terrified to jump. The reason the water is so blue, Lizzie's fact of the video.
I've forgotten it though.
It's because the water runs over so much limestone, and the limestone turns into bright turquoise colour. She reads these facts, tells me them, and then forgets them herself. It's a good job I pay attention, isn't it? We've heard there's a secret pizza place. We basically, there's about 20 places we want to try for food tonight, so we're either going to be very full or very poor, or both.
This is the thing, we're here for 3 nights, but the amount of good-looking places I've found to eat.
Good-looking.
But like lots of restaurants and places to eat, and I've got this big list. It's what do we choose?
I say everything. Let's go. Come on, we're going. We're going. As we've walked back down, we've walked through a whole other section of the bear sanctuary. They've got another side now. They've got that many bears. They've got over 30 odd bears, nearly all moon bears. They've got a couple of sun bears. They've got 5 sun bears on the other side. But here they're all moon bears, and unfortunately, the side they're in, they don't get any of the payment to get into the waterfall. It all goes to the government. So if you can afford to donate, even if it's just 5,000 kip, it will go towards the bears. You can buy t-shirts on them and souvenirs. But basically, the payment to get into the waterfall, none of that goes to the bears. And they need it because they're rescued from poaching traps. They're rescued as they're being smuggled over the border to China, all for their bile, because apparently the bile is medicinal. Here, drink this. No, thank you. It's Tuesday, which is a good thing here in Luang Prabang, because on a Tuesday we have been told there's a secret pizza club. It's open on a Tuesday and a Friday at 6 o'clock. Now we're going to go and try and find it, purely for market research for you lot, to find out if it is worth going to Secret Pizza if you're in Luang Prabang on a Tuesday or a Friday. Not that we want pizza, we're only going to have one between us just to see whether the dough's good and the toppings are good, and then we're going to try a few other places. I say a few, maybe, I don't know yet. We're going to try some other places in the main town centre as well. But our first stop this evening is Secret Pizza, as it's Tuesday. Are you ready? She's ready.
Pizza? Wow.
Are you such a liar? Get out now. Get out.
Okay, Google Maps, come on.
Let's go. We found it. It's a bit of a drive. There's a sign up on the side of the road, which if you miss, you've gone past it. You go down a back road and then you come out and there's a building in front of you. It's all brick. I'll put the video up of the entrance so you can see it. As you can see, there's a proper pizza oven behind me. You get this. And you just write down the number of the pizza you want. So there's a few choices. They're all 100,000 kip, so just under £5. There is another page which we've gone for number 5, which is pesto, tomato, parmesan, cheese, mozzarella, cheese, oregano, and basil. That's our choice. There's loads of different, including number 23, which is the pizza chef's secret imagination. You'll be pleased to know it is worth a trip. Seafood Pizza's open on Tuesday and on Friday in Luang Prabang. It's possibly the thinnest crust pizza I've ever had. It's deliciously thin. We had one with pesto and mozzarella, and the pesto was beautiful. There were ones with meat and salami and garlic coming out. They've got freshly made Italian food as well, like lasagnas and really fresh looking salad. So yeah, if you are in the Luang Prabang on a Tuesday or a Friday, it's worth coming to Seafood Pizza. Get your Google Maps out and you'll find it. And I'm sure tuk-tuk drivers know where it is as well. For you, mistakes have probably been made for Seafood because you've tried the Seafood Pizza and you've come to Buang's. Now Buang's does Asian, Italian, Mexican fusion. So we've had some Asian tacos. Now, normally a taco to me is like a hand. This was a burrito-sized taco. We had one of those each. We also had some Laotian sausage with an eggplant dip, which was delicious. Liz was fascinated by their burger, which came in a brightly coloured bun, fancy. And I had this like a pulled pork stew with cinnamon mashed potato and an egg on top, which was also piggy nice. But because we wanted to try it all, we've now had like about 20 courses. We're full, and we've got to be up at stupid o'clock in the morning to go and nod at some monks. What's for pudding, dear? Have a gelato if you want. You like gelato? I'm not having gelato. Well, we got told that we needed to be out the hotel and to a little area by 6 o'clock, which we did. We left at 5 to 6, got to this area. There was nobody there to see the alms giving. Because our hotel, the man in the hotel had said, go here, it's less touristy, and you'll just get to see the monks getting given the alms. So we got there, there's nobody there, so we turned around and we got back to the other one. It's taken us about 10 minutes, we were there by 10 past 6, and it's all over. So I've got a fleeting shot of the back of some monk's head as he's gone back home with a bag full of food. So if you are coming to do this, you need to be out your hotel and in position and head down to literally where the night market is for pre-6 o'clock. Don't listen to anybody, it's pre-6 o'clock. But yeah, if you do it before 6 o'clock, you should be fine. From what we could see, there's chairs all on the floor. Oh my god, I'm stopping. But what I was saying was, there's chairs out with mats on for you to sit and watch the alms giving. We got there as though we were being put away. As we just walk around the corner, thank you. As we just walk around the corner, the monks do come out to clean up all the rubbish on the street that's been left behind. So you saw that. We saw the cleaning of the monks. I think that is what we've seen this morning. So anyway, we're going to go back and pack because we're heading now to the north of Thailand. Our next stop is Chiang Mai.